Ryan Reynolds sent me something in the mail. The Ryan Reynolds sent me, addressed to me, Jared Taylor. And a lot of you are very skeptical right now, I know it. So I'm just going to prove it to you and get into this.
We aren't just a video production company, we are business solution driven creatives. And this is More Than Meets the Eye.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Than Meets the Eye podcast, where we talk about what's behind the person, the practice, or the product, especially when it comes to marketing, because we are business solution driven creatives. I'm Jared Taylor. I've got my coffee, and I want to welcome you to JT Visuals, and that's without the I, because there's more than meets the eye. So, right before I take a sip, Ryan Reynolds sent me something in the mail. This coffee's delicious. As delicious as Keurig can be. If you're curious about all the coffee stuff, go and watch our YouTube channel. All right, for real though, Ryan Reynolds, the Ryan Reynolds, sent me, addressed to me, Jared Taylor, with my address on here in Raymore. I'm not going to say the whole address. I'm not that stupid. There is a small catch to this, but I'll reveal that a little bit. Why would he send to me? And a lot of you are very skeptical right now. I know it. So I'm just going to prove it to you and get into this. It actually has to do with marketing and branding for one of his companies, Mint Mobile. I actually think this was just genius. And it really captures the style of mixing personal brand with regular brand. Okay, so what is in this? So I opened this in the mail and I'm like, what is this? Oh, it says Mint Mobile. Yeah, sure. It's not really from Ryan Reynolds. So I was skeptical even just opening it, but I was like, you know what? I've actually kind of liked Mint Mobile's experience. I personally use them, which is why I got this and thought that it was pretty good. On the top here, I don't want to share all the experience because I know it's only meant for those who are members, but there it is. He's got his signature and his head is on top. Yeah, it looks like it's Illustrator or some sort of clip art add-on, a Photoshop of antlers with a headband. So it actually looks pretty funny. So right off the bat, you're like, oh yeah, okay. And if you know Ryan Reynolds or see him on TV, you know that he's usually funny or supposed to be. If you disagree, you know. And here he left a note. This is what the note says. Of course, this is a typed note because there's a lot of customers out there. So he wanted to add a personal touch. In this day and age of AI, how do you make it sound more personal? Well, this does not sound like it was written by AI, and it sounds like he actually put some thought into this. Surely there was a team that wrote it as if it was him, and then he checked it off. But it sounds like true things that people needed to know about him. And so it really feels even more personal because of that. So it says, everything I know about saving money, I learned from my mom. Every year after we opened presents, Tammy made us fold up all the wrapping paper and save it for the next year, which is why, decades later, I now have a basement full of wrinkled, slightly taped holiday prints from the 1980s. This is where you can tell it was Ryan Reynolds. Somewhere under there is probably a raccoon. So this year, I'm passing the tradition of savings on to you. Literally, I need to get rid of this stuff. Happy holidays. And really, it blows my mind what's funny how like famous people or influencers or people with large audiences can recycle their trash and make it have meaning and value to it. And this right here it is. This, if you're not watching, is a wrapping paper rectangle that was supposedly from his mom from his basement. It says property of Tammy Reynolds. That's cool. And they put a story behind this. And while this is kind of, really at first, I'm like, what the heck? But then after reading the note, now there's a story behind this. And that really meets the purpose of this podcast, especially that it is branding and marketing that's helping. They're creating an experience and making a joke which evokes an emotion, but it sounds like there's some truth to it. And I want to know, is this actually Ryan Reynolds' old wrapping paper? Or is this all just a PR stunt or a marketing technique? What do you think? I would love to hear it in the comments below if you think it's real or you think it's genius or you think it's completely fake but a good story or what. So I'm thinking of this and I'm like, hey, this is really cool. Oh, and then you turn it over and on the back it says how to use Ryan Reynolds wrap. And actually they're saying fold it up, make a paper airplane, wad it up, and then put a bow on it. I know there's some parallel to this for people in their personal life and where they are and where they're walking, because for a lot of people, you think that they see you as trash and that there's no purpose. But the truth is, if you just know the story and know where you're going, you could be presented in a whole different way. And then there's powerful meaning behind it. And it could be the same thing with your business too. I really appreciate the creativity with this because it was kind of a long connection to be like, how was this in the board meeting or whatever? Or did the idea just come up randomly from Ryan Reynolds? Or was it someone that visited and then saw it in his basement? He's like, hey, you know what? Maybe we could do something with this. We could mass produce this. Or like, did something happen with his mom or whatever it is? I'm curious the extra story that's behind it. So everyone, Ryan Reynolds has like responded to people before in the past. So respond to him and ask, tag him in the comments and just see if he comments back and really explains even more about this, if there's even more of a story. Or heck, dude, if he wanted to come on this podcast, that would be amazing. I think that there's a lesson that we could all learn from this, and that's to get more creative, to add more personal touch, especially if you're in a tech industry or something where you have a lot of clients and you, as the business owner or the visionary or whoever set it up, has a hard time connecting with people. Doing something like this can help you feel a little bit more connected. Another good method could be that if you recorded videos, like I did this for a subscription service once, where nothing's really personable or you see people in person. And so they came up with a solution to create what I call ugly videos. And in these ugly videos, they're meant to be personal. It's not some mass thing where you say, hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to let you know I appreciate you. That does not have an impact when you compare it to saying someone's name and making it personal. So if I actually said, hey, Ryan, I really appreciate you and blah, blah, blah. You know, if I make a video like that, it's going to create a better memory in a moment and personal touch. So you could use video to make more of a personal touch, and it's really good. Put that into your system or write someone a note. Like personal touch is everything for retention, especially when you lose touch. If you don't see people at all the meetings or all of the sessions they have, depending on whatever your business looks like, doing that could be good. And if people like me or someone else go and make a social post about it, then it's even more marketing for you. And it's someone else saying something about your company. So with this being an episode right before Christmas, I don't know when you're listening to this, if it's at the top of the week before Christmas or during Christmas or after Christmas. But either way, I want you to see this as an opportunity to get that personal touch when you need it. And if you're a podcaster, it could be really good for thanking some of your guests or your top guests at the end of the year, whatever it was, just to add that more of a personal approach to everything. Whatever it is, this could really level up your business and your value. And speaking of leveling up your value, I now have a school community that I would love for you to join. It starts for free if you're into growing your business by joining this group, listening to this podcast, and going along with the Entrepreneur Experience podcast. It will all go hand in hand and you'll get resources, courses, and a community full of like-minded individuals and businesses to help you grow on your journey. So there's a link to join that in the description below. I want to encourage you to do that. We're trying to get to 1,000 members before the end of 2027, and you can help us make that happen. And if you're watching this from the school community, then amazing for you. Thank you. And to all the rest, keep on keeping on.